Hey, so it's Keith. What's up? I just wanted to have part two about the Samhain spell jar and a little bit about Samhain lore or Samhain. I think lore is a good word. So I don't think I mentioned this, but in pagan times, in pagan practices today, in witchcraft, not necessarily by everybody, but Samhain, Halloween, October 31st, is the end of the year. And that time that's between October 31st and September 21st is a time of meditation, a time of quiet, a time of, because in theory, December 21st is the first of the year. What was that? So with this time, 2020, firstly, I'm not really sure if I mentioned, but October 31st is a full moon in Taurus. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So this is a portal into a new era. This is a new era coming up. So everybody can feel that coming on. I did mention, December 21st, Saturn and Jupiter are going to conjunct in an air sign for the first time. Definitely the first time ever in the history of the United States. So we've been in 200-year spell of Saturn and Jupiter always conjunct. And these are significant planets. Saturn is what's real. It's sort of the cold, hard reality of life as it is, like no bullshit. And Jupiter is a little bit of the opposite of that. It's expansion. It's humanness. It's the ability to manifest. And Jupiter has been in detriment. Saturn's been exalted. Jupiter hates Capricorn. That's where they are right now. Saturn loves Capricorn. But they're coming together in Aquarius, which Jupiter is going to like a little more. But again, Saturn is about what's real, and Aquarius is about the future. It's kind of alien. It's kind of like, we've all heard about the Aquarian age. It's idealism. It's like great ideas. It's definitely the future. So, again, this is a great thing to do, this Samhain spell jar, and that was my bit on Samhain lore. Is just one more time, is that we don't do any magic, at all between October 31st and December 21st. It's just a chill time, and everybody's kind of like that, getting ready for the holidays or whatever. It's just, there's still kind of a flow of, in the matrix of like paganism. So I think that's enough to say about that. But wait, one more thing, okay? This is not occurred in our known history. What's going on? So I don't understand why you would have any doubt about, like, if you don't want to call it magic, like I said, just write a list of affirmations. Don't put it in a jar. Putting it in a jar and going and burying it in your backyard is pretty fucking magic, pretty fucking witchcraft. But do it for your first time. And I used to have a little bit of trepidation, although I obviously don't give a fuck because I do it anyways, but of going full blown into talking about magic. But I realized with the times, so many people are into stuff, and I'm not necessarily really tuned into what's going on. I am. What I need to know comes my way, but like, just the fact that a book like this would be sort of a bestseller. This is Damien Eccles' High Magic. So the spell jar is kind of low magic. and low and high, not by meaning one is better than the other. High magic is, which I do with the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, which I do 2 to 3 times a day, directly engaging spirits, angels, ascended masters, etc. While low magic, sort of witchcraft, which is being a health food freak, in my opinion. That's low magic, of working with earth tools, because you could be healthy and just completely be, well, like maybe what I'm doing, breatharian, and tune into like the angels and the spirits and all that stuff. But witchcraft is kind of working with herbs and working with spells, and it's very earthy. Whereas high magic, they're both spiritual, but high magic is a lot more spiritual, high spiritual. Basically directly engaging, evoking angels, which I'm going to do a little bit of high magic in my spell jar. But anyways, that book is huge, and the times, they're changing. So speaking of the times changing and me getting into, like, you know, I do read tarot cards, so we're going to, just for this reading, we're going to pull up a tarot card. So because I'm still talking about the same thing, the tarot from yesterday, the Ace of Wands, that still stands. So the card I'm going to pull now from the Thoth deck, or not really sure how to say this name. It's Egyptian god Thoth, or some people say it Thoth, or it might be Tot, because I don't know. Most people around the world that use TH don't say it like English speaking people do. Like Germans, when they say synthesizer, they say synthesizer. So anyways, what is the card for today? I didn't talk about what music is playing. Why don't I be a crazed person and digress into that, and then, no. So the card is, you can't make this shit up, dude. So, the card is art or temperance in a lot of the tarot decks. All about magic. Have to do magic. Do magic. Change your destiny. So, anyways, yeah. So 2 wonderful cards to go together. Yesterday, the Ace of Swords, and today, the art card. Look what's going on there. It's sort of this like angel being mixing up a pot of some kind of magic. What's playing? Steve Roach, Slow Heat. Yep, always wanted this record. I just got it like 2 or 3 years ago. Kind of nothing like it. I liked it because there was one long 72-minute track on it. And it's already out of the section where he put microphones out in the desert and just recorded the sounds and then played. It's like basically 2 tracks of probably his Oberheim OB8 synthesizer. Anyways, so I spent a great deal of time today, and I have stopped feeling guilty about doing hours and hours of spiritual work, which years ago I used to be like. I used to feel like, well, I'm not doing anything. Like, I just basically, I decided, like, I've been thinking about Archangel Joe Feel, which, you know, some of the angels are just like a little tick different in terms of like what their attributes are and what they do. And so Archangel Joe Feel is about really stepping into what's beautiful in yourself, what's beautiful in your house. Archangel Joe Feels about the home. And I've really been spending the last few years really trying to make my home my place. With a little pretty heavy, strong digression for like 3 years right after I remodeled it because my sink blew up right before I went to Thailand and flooded out my whole house, which was great because I never would have been able to afford to remodel my house. But with homeowners, I did, well, a major part of my house, which is my raw vegan kitchen. Anyways, it's been a big transition in my life to like just be really more artistic with my house. I am already artistic, but I'm so right-brained I can't get into the whole left-brain thing of having a tidy house and, you know. Anyway, so Joe Feel's really important. Haniel, I've been really stepping into like Haniel, like Archangel Haniel, which is a very female energy, is an energy, a goddess energy, goddess of the moon. These are characteristics that I've really been stepping into myself. I'm very female natured, even though I'm kind of guy acting on the outside, and even though I'm gay, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like that word, but so be it. And I don't like masculine toxicity. So enough about that. Archangel Uriel and Archangel Raziel, and both of those for like sort of manifestation, magic, different, lots of attributes in there. I'm gonna like be at my mom's tomorrow and looking after her. She's still in hospice. And I'm going to put all my affirmations together in my journal, and then I'm going to transfer it onto a piece of parchment. But I spent most of my time, I expected to be like really writing down the list of herbs that I was going to be putting in the jar. I really just spent a lot of time getting familiar with the angels, of just going over books that I have, of looking at YouTube videos with this, God, I forget her name. I could put the links down below. Some really good meditations. She talks about angels. She channels the angels, and then does a meditation at the end of each one. So, I've kind of loosely in my mind, I haven't written it down. I do really take an extra effort to really put a lot into this. And I'm doing an extra amount this time because, like I said, this is super unique. I've been putting my thoughts into this. Like, a lot of times I do a concert on Halloween sometimes if the weather's okay, out in my carport for like trick-or-treaters, or just, it's an opportunity for me to play to people that would never hear my music unless they're walking by my house or whatever. Or if the weather's not good, I just do it right there. And I was like, I need to like prepare for Halloween, for Samhain, because just a big fat fucking list of, I mean, this really, what is coming up astrologically, like starting in November, is getting ready for what's permanent. What's, you know, do you know what you're doing when the era changes? Do you really know who you are? Have you been torn to shreds yet? I tore myself to shreds over the last 5 years, starting in 2015 and with Vipassana, and I really know what I'm about. I really know who I am. I really know what my destiny is, of what, you know, and like, you know, I'm 57. A lot of people, you know, over 35 really don't do fucking shit except for their career, and I don't really work. Well, I do, but, you know, big thing, my house, my music, of like moving into new dimensions with my music. That's kind of the big one, of like trying to like manifest a new partner who is like my totally, you know, I'm just like, I'm going to be alone and I'm going to be a hermit, or I'm going to be with somebody, and that's exactly a harmonious lifestyle. I think so many people settle for shit. They lie to themselves about like, oh, opposites attract. Fuck that. It's such bullshit. People like just meet somebody and they fuck too quick, and then it's like, I did that, and I've been solo for like 10 years, and I'm fine with that, but I do have my sights setting on someone. So those are kind of some things in my list. I conquered a lot of things. I got really good at yoga. I climbed, you know, I injured my finger climbing. So for a part of this year, I was really thinking about, do I want to keep climbing? And there's certain people I want to climb with, because again, I really fucking hate masculine toxicity, and in a lot of big climbing groups there is really a fuck ton of pardon the swearing on this one. I don't know why I'm doing that. I seem to be holding my conversation together, except for doing the F-bombs. But no, I can climb, you know, by myself in the gym, or I can go out with my friend John, who's also another sort of female-oriented guy. But I mean, the spirit, you know. So, and I definitely, you know, I have my herbs together. I have these together. This bowl of acorns. Each of when I was going on a hike, when I really started thinking about Samhain, and when I picked up each one of these acorns off the ground, when the acorns were falling, I made a wish. So all of these are going in the jar, and so that's why I'm using that bigger jar. And I'm decided I'm going to use black candle wax to sort of seal it, which is easy enough to do, you know. I don't know, you know, you just hold the candle sideways and just let the flame hit the side of it, and just let it pour down on top of it, and just let it just run over. And of course, put a paper plate down or something so it doesn't make a mess, unless you want it to make a mess, or it's making a mess in a place that's easy to clean up. Wax doesn't clean off of a rug very well. You know, and that's it really. And like I said, I'm still going to, I'm going to burn all these. I still got to write all of this stuff down into my grimoire, into my journal. So, that's it. Support me by supporting my music. Links in the drop down. secondculture.bandcamp.com. Links to my Second Culture YouTube videos and my channel on there, Second Culture Music also. And you know, I have a ton. This is just like one of like 3 things that I'm doing for Halloween that's magical. So this is just the one thing that I feel like sharing. So I'm doing affirmations with my writing down on little pieces of parchment paper. That's been going on since the new moon, basically, of leading into this phase, or the last full moon actually, because yeah. So, and those are gonna, some of those are probably gonna get burned and put in here, and some of them are going to go into other places. These are all me sort of writing the same affirmation. And I always rewrite it. I don't just copy, you know, because you're more present as opposed to just copying. And then I'm making another one of these like amulets, which I've made, which involves sewing, which is really amazing, of taking 2 pieces of felt and, you know, the same as this spell jar, of packing it full of like herbs and rocks. These rocks right here are going inside that. So, oh, okay. Oh, special healing stones. There's 4 of them, 5 of them. There's the 5th one right there. Yep. if you like this, I mean, I do what, why am I even saying that? I do what the fuck I want on this channel. There's going to be more about magic. There's going to be some more about, you know, I'm sort of shifting over. I'm still into the breatharian thing, you know, of and fasting and stuff like that. But other stuff, I'm going to kind of slip out of that as a focus and just kind of keep it like, I don't know. I don't think I was getting carried away with it, but anyways, I think that's enough for this video. Bright blessings. Again, links in the drop down to the music. Support me by supporting my music. And I will see you later. Peace out, Keith.